Digital security, swift response, smart progression. Welcome to Qingqiao Safety Investigation. According to Agence France-Presse, on May 9, the governments of Australia and Tuvalu announced in a joint statement their agreement to launch a groundbreaking climate and security treaty later this year. It's been noted that this treaty was signed back in November 2023. Under its terms, Australia pledged to permit a specific quota of Tuvalu citizens to immigrate annually, granting them special rights to reside and seek employment within Australia. Tuvalu, formerly known as the Ellis Islands or the Lagoon Islands, is situated in the southern part of the Central Pacific, comprising 9 small annular coral island groups, 8 of which are inhabited. Tuvalu covers a land area of 26 square kilometers, with its highest point not exceeding 5 meters above sea level. Geographically constrained, Tuvalu lacks significant industry, and its agricultural development is relatively limited. The populace primarily relies on fishing and subsistence farming for sustenance, rendering it one of the United Nations designated least developed countries. Since the onset of the industrial age, escalating greenhouse gas emissions have precipitated global warming, resulting in the melting of glaciers and the subsequent rise in sea levels. Tuvalu faces the grim distinction of potentially being the first nation to succumb entirely to rising sea levels. With its highest elevation barely surpassing 5 meters and much of its territory situated below sea level, even a slight increase in sea levels could prove catastrophic. In recent times, Tuvalu has grappled with severe seawater intrusion, causing widespread damage to homes and infrastructure and severely impacting residents' livelihoods. Citing authoritative scientific forecasts, Tuvalu's existence as a habitable nation could be imperiled within the coming decades to a century if the trajectory of global climate warming remains unchecked. Hence, the Tuvaluan government initiated an immigration treaty with the Australian government to offer refuge to its citizens. However, the treaty encountered obstacles from signing to execution. Initially, Australia stipulated that both Tuvalu and Australia must mutually agree on any security or defence pacts with other nations to safeguard homeland security. Tuvalu's government expressed significant reservations regarding this provision. Following prolonged negotiations, the parties appended clauses to the treaty, limiting the application of defence and security measures to specific scenarios. Australia also conceded that the treaty would not impede Tuvalu's freedom to forge diplomatic relations with other countries. With these amendments, the treaty was successfully ratified. This represents the world's inaugural immigration agreement addressing climate and security concerns, signifying a landmark commencement in humanity's battle against rising sea levels. The United Nations Environment and Climate Agency lauded this treaty as a beacon of hope for other vulnerable island nations such as the Maldives, Kiribati, and the Marshall Islands, urging them to seek international assistance. Additionally, the United Nations underscored the imperative for global collaboration in combating the threat of rising sea levels, emphasizing that it is a challenge necessitating collective action by all nations. Tune in at 6 a.m. from Monday to Friday for Qingqiao Safety Investigation for your daily safety updates.